student-run credit union branches. And one of the reasons why we opened up the student-run branches is because our roots have always been in the school systems. We have been around since 1935, and back then we were called the Dayton Area School Employees Federal Credit Union. And that partnership that we have with the schools has allowed us to be able to actually come in and have a student-run branch where not only are we educating the students, but we're giving them practical, real-world experience that can help them professionally as well as personally.
I wanted to work at a student-run credit union basically for the experience, and it looks better on a resume than, say, if I just worked at a fast food restaurant or anything.
FirstDay has 3 student-run credit unions, and each of them models a different program, we'll say. Each school is based off of that department and how it's run. So for example, one school may volunteer in the beginning, and then on the other hand, some students will be chosen to actually run the student-run credit union, whereas another school may just directly have 2 students or however many students you decide to actually run that credit union from beginning to end.
I recommend that they do the volunteer hours before they do the application, because if you do the volunteer hours, you'll get people that are truly interested. Because if you just have them all apply at the same time, they'll get the job, and then later they'll start to realize that this wasn't for them.
Our program here at the Miami Valley Career Technology Center is set up with a teacher in the financial management course. Basically, the students come in the beginning part of the year and they're volunteering. They're understanding how to use their financial management skills that they learn in their classroom and actually practice it here in the credit union. So they're learning how to do savings and checking accounts, how to pass out information. They actually build PowerPoints, and they talk to the faculty, staff, to their students, to their peers. Basically, they volunteer, and then 2 of the students are actually chosen to finish out the rest of the year. So they're actually getting practical real-world experience. They are building on their customer service skills, their social skills. We actually go through a real interview process where they come in, they have to interview for it, and then we let them know who is going to be hired. And something that they can take with them throughout their whole entire life. This is an experience that I don't really think you could put a value on. If I could go back, when I was in high school, I would have totally jumped at something like this. Just having, real experience, not wondering, I wonder if I'll like that or if I want to major in that. Actually doing it really makes the difference.
The students they get hands-on experience. I can teach them as much as I want to in the classroom, but until they actually come over, work in the credit union, they don't know what it's like to actually handle cash, handle differences in cash. What does it mean to build customer relations with the members? So it's a great opportunity for them to get hands-on experience, which I can't give them in the classroom. Plus they get those employability skills. They see what it's like to work for someone else. They see the expectations of an employer, so they get that real-world experience that kind of takes everything that they've learned and makes it full circle so that they have a full understanding of everything.
With student marketing, I have the students very involved in their schools. So they're giving presentations, they're coming up with PowerPoint projects. They really have to market the credit union because that's part of their program here at the school in the classroom, but also that's part of something that they would be doing here in the student run.
And it's a good value because the students are working and understanding what it takes to go out, to get a job, to work with adults, and to be professional, in addition to what they've learned in the classroom. Plus they're taking what they've learned in the classroom and applying it so they can see the importance of it, to understand that what we're talking about in the classroom, what we're doing in the classroom, does apply to real life and why it's important. Plus they're gaining all those experiences that will make them better in the future, make them more employable in the future, plus they're getting the experience. And hopefully they're working with, how can I better build my own personal finances, and how can I help the members so that they're managing their finances to the best of their ability.
Our program here at the Miami Valley Career Technology Center is set up with a teacher in the financial management course. Basically, the students come in the beginning part of the year and they're volunteering. They're understanding how to use their financial management skills that they learn in their classroom and actually practice it here in the credit union. So they're learning how to do savings and checking accounts, how to pass out information. They actually build PowerPoints, and they talk to the faculty, staff, to their students, to their peers. Basically, they volunteer, and then 2 of the students are actually chosen to finish out the rest of the year. So they're actually getting practical real-world experience.
Working here, I've learned that financing is extremely important, and no matter what field you go into, because without finance, your whole life you'll be living life paycheck to paycheck. You can make a six-figure salary, and if you don't know how to invest your money right, or if you don't know how to save, you could be broke like in the next day. So financing is important no matter what you do.
What we hope the students learn is how to be responsible and accountable and understand basic banking skills. Because if they understand it and they learn how to apply it, then they'll kind of pay it forward and be able to help their community, their peers, their friends, their family, their parents, and then each generation will become more financially savvy. If you look at America today, most people are, living paycheck to paycheck, or they're bankrupt, or they're losing their jobs. And it's because there's that lack of education and understanding really how to apply these principles, how to actually use a savings and checking account. What's the difference between an ATM card, a debit card, and a Visa besides swiping? How to apply for a loan, what is interest rate? All these concepts we hear and these terms we hear, but now it's time to really understand how it works and how to best utilize your money.
This is a great lifelong experience for me because in the future I want to be an accountant. I've always wanted to be an accountant since 8th grade. So this is a great opportunity for me to learn some lifelong experience.
This goes with you through college, so even when I go off to college, this will still be on my resume. And I do want to go into the financial field, so when after I graduate college and everything, and I go to apply for a job, and they look at my resume and they see that I already have experience in an actual financial institution, it'll look a lot better than me just showing up. I've worked at different fast food restaurants and having no experience in it whatsoever.
PowerPoint presentations, classroom discussions, parent-teacher nights, different conferences, different events that might come up, we participate in and basically just spread the credit union knowledge.